Think you're a science pro? Think again. Today, we're debunking 40 science facts you learned in school that are actually wrong. Stick around because after every question, we'll reveal the real truth behind the myth. Grab a pen, keep score, and let's see how many you actually know. Ready to play? Let's go. What color is blood inside your body? A, blue B, purple C, bright red, D, dark red. Lock in your guess. Is it what you saw in your veins, or is it a trick? D, dark red. Contrary to those diagrams in your biology textbook, your blood is never blue. When it's inside your body and low on oxygen, it's a deep, dark burgundy. How many senses do humans actually have? A, 5, B, 7, C, 9 to 20, D, over 50. Think fast. Do you have more common sense than Aristotle did? And the answer is C, 9 to 20. We all learned the Big Five in elementary school, but you're much more sensitive than that. You have proprioception, which is knowing where your body parts are without looking, and equilibrioception, which is your sense of balance. Scientists even include things like sensing hunger, thirst, and time. You're basically a walking super sensor. In a vacuum, how do heavy and light objects fall? A, heavy faster. B, light faster. C, same speed. D, depends on shape. Got your answer? Don't let your intuition trip you up here. The reveal is C, same speed. On Earth, a bowling ball beats a feather because of air resistance. But in a vacuum, gravity treats everyone the same. This was famously proven on the moon when an astronaut dropped a hammer and a feather. They hit the lunar dust at the exact same moment. Gravity is a fair judge when air isn't in the way. What actually determines how hot something feels? A, temperature alone. B, heat transfer rate. C, color. D, size. Make your guess. Is it the thermometer or something else entirely? The answer is B, heat transfer rate. Ever wonder why a metal pole feels freezing while a wooden fence feels fine, even if they're in the same weather? It's because metal is a great conductor. It steals the heat from your hand much faster than wood does. Your skin doesn't feel temperature. It feels how fast it's losing or gaining energy. Why isn't the Great Wall of China easily visible from space? A, too short. B, too narrow and blends in. C, too old. D, covered by clouds. Is this world wonder as big as they say? Let's find out. And the answer is B. It's too narrow and blends in. This is one of the biggest myths in history. While the Great Wall is thousands of miles long, it's only about 20 to 30 feet wide. Plus, it's made of stones that match the surrounding mountains. Astronauts say it's nearly impossible to see with the naked eye from orbit, though you can see city lights and highways. What happens when you crack your knuckles? A, bones rub. B, ligaments snap. C, gas bubbles collapse. D, joint damage. Ready? Did your parents lie to you about this one? The answer is C, gas bubbles collapse. That pop isn't your bones complaining. It's actually bubbles of nitrogen and carbon dioxide in your joint fluid rapidly collapsing. And good news for the fidgeters. It definitely doesn't cause arthritis. One doctor even cracked the knuckles on just his left hand for 50 years to prove it made no difference. By the way, how's your score looking? If you've missed a few, don't worry, that's the fun of learning. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a chance to get smarter. Can pure water conduct electricity? A, no. B, yes, easily. C, only if frozen. D, only if boiling. Think carefully. Is water the conductor or just the middleman? The answer is A, no. Wait, don't take a toaster into the bath. Pure H2O is actually an insulator because it lacks free ions to carry a charge. However, pure water is almost impossible to find in the real world. Tap water and rain contain minerals and salts that act as the bridges for electricity. It's the impurities that get you. What defines a scientific theory? A guess. B, a hypothesis. C, a well-tested explanation. D, an opinion. Is a theory just a maybe? Let's check the facts. The answer is C, a well-tested explanation. In everyday talk, a theory is just a hunch. But in science, a theory is the gold standard. It's an explanation backed by a mountain of evidence that has survived years of testing, like the theory of gravity or germ theory. It's not a maybe, it's the best how we currently have. Why is Pluto no longer considered a full planet? A, too small. B, too far. C, doesn't clear its orbit. D, too cold. Think you know? Did the solar system get smaller or just more exclusive? The answer is C, it doesn't clear its orbit. In 2006, the rules for being a planet changed. Pluto is a bit of a messy neighbor. Its orbit is full of other icy objects from the Kuiper Belt. To be a major planet, you have to be the dominant gravity boss in your path. Since Pluto shares its space, it got demoted to dwarf planet status. Why do chameleons change color? A, camouflage only. B, mood and temperature. C, light reflection only. D, random. Lock in your answer. The answer is B, mood and temperature. Most people think they're just trying to hide, but chameleons are actually very emotional. They change colors to signal to other chameleons, like turning bright to show aggression or dark to attract a mate. They also go darker to soak up more heat from the sun. Camouflage is often just a happy side effect. What shape is Earth closest to? A, perfect sphere. B, flat disk. C, oblate spheroid. D, irregular blob. Is it a ball, a pancake, or something weird? And the answer is C, oblate spheroid. Because Earth spins so fast, it actually bulges at the center like a ball that's been slightly squished. This means if you stand at the equator, you are actually further away from the center of the Earth than if you stood at the North Pole. It's subtle, but our planet is definitely a bit thick in the middle. Why can't sound travel in space? A, too cold. B, no gravity. C, no medium. D, too dark. Can you hear a supernova? Think it through. The answer is C, no medium. In Star Wars, those explosions are loud, but in reality, space is silent. Sound is just a vibration of molecules. Since space is a vacuum with no air or water to carry those vibrations, there's nothing to bounce into your eardrum. If you screamed in space, you wouldn't even hear yourself. Halfway there! Are you a science master yet? Drop your current score in the comments right now! What actually happens to electrons and atoms? A, orbit like planets. B, fixed paths. C, probability clouds. D, random jumps only. Got your choice? And the answer is C, probability clouds. That famous drawing of electrons circling a nucleus like little planets? It's totally wrong. Electrons exist in a state of maybe. They are spread out in clouds, and we can only predict where they are likely to be at any given moment. They're more like a fuzzy mist than a solid marble on a track. Why does metal feel colder than wood? A, it is colder. B, conducts heat faster. C, reflects heat. D, has less energy. Lock in your answer. Is your skin a thermometer, or is something else going on? The answer is B, heat transfer rate. This explains a daily mystery. Metal feels colder than wood because it pulls heat from your skin much faster, even if they're the same temperature. Your brain isn't sensing the object's actual temperature, it's sensing how fast you're losing your own body heat. Metal is just a faster heat thief than wood. What is the most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere? A, oxygen. B, carbon dioxide. C, nitrogen. D, hydrogen. Think you're breathing mostly oxygen? The answer is C, nitrogen. Most people guess oxygen because we breathe it, but it only makes up about 21% of our air. A whopping 78% of every breath you take is actually nitrogen. It's mostly filler for us, but it's vital for life on Earth because it keeps our atmosphere stable and feeds the soil. Why don't antibiotics work on viruses? A, they are too weak. B, viruses have the wrong target. C, viruses are immune. D, only for bacteria. Got your answer? This one might save your life. The reveal is B, they have the wrong target. Antibiotics are like specialized keys that unlock and destroy the cell walls of bacteria. But viruses aren't even cells. They're just genetic material in a protein coat. Because they don't have the locks that antibiotics fit into, the drugs have nothing to attack. That's why you can't cure a cold with penicillin. What exists in empty space? A, nothing. B, only light. C, particles and energy. D, only gravity. Is nothing actually something? Let's see. The answer is C, particles and energy. Empty space isn't actually empty. It's buzzing with quantum fields, cosmic rays, and virtual particles that pop in and out of existence. Even in the deepest void, there is dark energy pushing the universe apart. True nothingness is something science hasn't actually found yet. What percentage of bacteria are harmful? A, most. B, half. C, very few. D, none. Are they all out to get you? The answer is C, very few. Bacteria get a bad rap because of things like strep throat, but less than 1% of bacteria species actually make humans sick. Most are good guys that help you digest food, produce vitamins, and even protect your skin from the bad germs. You actually have more bacterial cells in your body than human cells. Why does the sun appear yellow from Earth? A, it is yellow. B, atmosphere scatters light. C, it's cooling. D, space dust. What color is the star of the show? The answer is B. The atmosphere scatters light. If you saw the sun from the International Space Station, it would look pure white. Our atmosphere scatters the shorter blue and violet wavelengths of light more easily. The remaining longer wavelengths, the yellows and reds, are what reach your eyes. It's the same reason the sky is blue. You're doing great. If you're learning something new, give that like button a quick tap. It helps more people find the quiz. What actually causes gravity? A, Earth pulling. B, magnetism. C, curved spacetime. D, air pressure. Is it a pull or a curve? Here comes the reveal. C, curved spacetime. Think of the universe like a giant trampoline. If you put a bowling ball, the sun, in the middle, it creates a dip. A marble, Earth, will roll around that dip. Gravity isn't a tether pulling us. It's just us following the curves in the fabric of the universe created by massive objects. What is the real reason seasons happen? A, distance from the sun. B, Earth's tilt. C, ocean currents. D, wind patterns. Is it the distance or the angle? The answer is B, Earth's tilt. Many people think we're closer to the sun in summer, but in the northern hemisphere, we're actually furthest from the sun in July. It's all about the 23.5-degree tilt. When your hemisphere is tilted toward the sun, the light hits you more directly and for longer hours. That's what brings the heat. Why don't airplanes fall out of the sky? A. Engines push up. B. Gravity cancels. C. Lift from airflow. D. Air pushes down. Do you know the secret of flight? Let's check. The answer is C. Lift from airflow. It's all about the wings. Because of their curved shape, air moves faster over the top than the bottom, creating a difference in pressure. This, combined with the way the wings deflect air downward, creates lift. As long as the plane is moving fast enough, the air literally holds it up. What determines how fast an object falls in air? A. Weight only. B. Gravity only. C. Air resistance and shape. D. Size only. Think about the atmosphere. The answer is C. Air resistance and shape. In a world with air, gravity has an opponent: drag. A flat sheet of paper falls slowly because it has to push a lot of air molecules out of the way. Crumple that same paper into a ball, and it falls much faster because it's more aerodynamic. Weight matters, but how you cut through the air matters more. Can lightning be hotter than the sun's surface? A. No. B. Yes, by a little. C. Yes, by a lot. D. Only in winter. Think fast. Is nature's spark plug hotter than its furnace? The answer is C. Yes, by a lot. The surface of the sun is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. A single bolt of lightning can reach 50,000 degrees. That's 5 times hotter than the sun. It's because lightning forces a massive amount of electricity through a very thin column of air, causing the temperature to skyrocket in a fraction of a second. What really causes tides on Earth? A. Wind. B. Earth's spin. C. Moon's gravity. D. Sunlight. Is the ocean being pulled or pushed? The answer is C. The moon's gravity. The moon might be far away, but it has enough tug to pull Earth's oceans toward it. This creates a bulge of water. As the Earth rotates through these bulges, we experience high and low tides. The sun helps too, but the moon is the real conductor of the ocean's orchestra. Why isn't glass considered a liquid? A. Too hard. B. It doesn't flow. C. Crystal structure. D. Too dense. Got your answer? Is glass just very slow water? The answer is B. It doesn't flow. You might have heard that old windows in cathedrals are thicker at the bottom because glass flows over centuries. That's a myth. They were just made that way for stability. Glass is an amorphous solid. Its atoms are disorganized like a liquid, but they are locked firmly in place. It will never melt at room temperature. What actually makes something radioactive? A. Heat. B. Light. C. Unstable nuclei. D. Energy waves. Think about the very center of the atom. The answer is C. Unstable nuclei. Atoms like to be balanced. If an atom has too many or too few neutrons, its center, the nucleus, becomes wobbly and unstable. To fix this, it spits out pieces of itself or bursts of energy to reach a calmer state. That spitting out of energy is what we call radiation. Why do we see lightning before hearing thunder? A. Faster reaction. B. Light bends. C. Light travels faster. D. Sound slows down. Which one wins the race? And the winner is C. Light travels faster. Light is the fastest thing in the universe, traveling at 186,000 miles per second. Sound is a slowpoke, moving at only 767 miles per hour. This is why you can count the seconds between the flash and the boom to figure out how many miles away the storm is. Every 5 seconds equals about 1 mile. What limits how fast information travels? A. Gravity. B. Air resistance. C. Speed of light. D. Temperature. Is there a universal speed cap? The answer is C. The speed of light. According to Einstein, nothing with mass can ever go faster than light. It's the universal speed limit. Even if we had a galactic internet, it would take years to send a hello to the nearest star system. Information is physically capped by the structure of the universe itself. Only 10 questions left. Are you going for a perfect score? Keep pushing. You're almost there. Why can't humans breathe pure oxygen long term? A. Too heavy. B. Toxic at high levels. C. No nitrogen. D. Too cold. Lock in your answer. Can there be too much of a good thing? The reveal is B. It's toxic at high levels. Oxygen is life, but too much is a poison. Breathing 100% oxygen for a long time creates free radicals that damage your lung linings and can even cause seizures. Our bodies evolved for a 21% mix. It's a classic case of too much of a good thing. What actually causes wind? A. Earth spinning. B. Pressure differences. C. Temperature only. D. Ocean movement. Why is the air moving? The answer is B. Pressure differences. Air is like a crowd of people trying to get into a half-empty room. It always moves from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure. The bigger the difference between those two areas, the faster the air moves and the stronger the wind blows against your face. Why is Antarctica considered a desert? A. Ice. B. Wind. C. Low precipitation. D. Cold air. Is a desert defined by sand or something else? And the answer is C. Low precipitation. When you think desert, you think sand and heat. But scientifically, a desert is just any place that receives very little rain or snow. Antarctica is the driest continent on Earth. Some parts haven't seen a drop of water or a snowflake in millions of years. It's a polar desert. What allows birds to fly efficiently? A. Hollow bones only. B. Strong wings only. C. Lightweight and aerodynamics. D. Flapping speed. What's the secret to their success? The answer is C. Lightweight and aerodynamics. It's a team effort. Hollow bones make them light, but their feathers create the perfect aerodynamic shape to generate lift. Plus, they have a unique respiratory system that gives them a constant stream of oxygen, allowing them to flap for hours without getting winded like we would. What determines if something floats or sinks? A. Size. B. Weight. C. Density. D. Shape. Think fast. Is it how much it weighs or how much space it takes up? The answer is C. Density. A giant aircraft carrier floats, but a tiny pebble sinks. Why? Because the average density of the ship, including the air inside it, is less than the water it sits on. If an object is more packed with matter than the liquid around it, it's going down. If it's less dense, it stays up. Why does ice float on water? A. Air bubbles. B. Cold temperature. C. Lower density. D. Shape. Why is the solid form lighter? The answer is C. Lower density. This is actually weird. Most substances shrink and get denser when they freeze, but water is special. When it turns to ice, the molecules form a lattice that actually pushes them further apart. This makes ice about 9% less dense than liquid water, which is why your ice cubes bob in your glass. What really causes Earth's magnetic field? A. Heat from the core. B. Solid iron. C. Moving molten metal. D. Solar energy. Got your guess? Is Earth one giant magnet? The answer is C. Moving molten metal. Deep inside Earth, there's a layer of liquid iron and nickel. As the Earth spins, this liquid metal sloshes around, creating massive electric currents. These currents act like a giant internal generator, creating the magnetic field that protects us from space radiation. How much of your brain do you actually use? A. About 10%. B. About 25%. C. Nearly all of it. D. Only during thinking. Ready for the truth? Is your brain a sleeping giant? The reveal is C. Nearly all of it. The 10% myth is totally false. Brain scans show that almost every part of your brain is active over a 24-hour period. Even when you're sleeping, your brain is busy processing memories and regulating your body. You use your whole brain. You just don't use it all at the exact same millisecond. Why can't we see atoms directly with our eyes? A. They are too small. B. They move too fast. C. No light interaction. D. They are invisible matter. What's the microscopic limit? The answer is A. They are too small. It's not just about size, it's about physics. Atoms are smaller than the actual wavelength of visible light. Trying to see an atom with light is like trying to feel the shape of a needle while wearing thick oven mitts. We have to use electron microscopes, which use tiny electrons instead of light to map them. What determines the color of an object? A. Material only. B. Reflected wavelengths. C. Light brightness. D. Shape. Is color a property or a reflection? The answer is B. Reflected wavelengths. An apple isn't red. It's actually every color except red. When white light hits it, the apple absorbs the blues, yellows, and greens and spits back the red light. Your eyes catch that reflected light, and your brain says, "Hey, that's a red apple." Why do stars appear to twinkle? A. They flicker. B. They move rapidly. C. Atmosphere distorts light. D. Change brightness. Final question. Is it the star or the sky doing the work? The answer is C. The atmosphere distorts light. Stars are steady points of light, but as that light passes through Earth's atmosphere, it hits different layers of hot and cold air. This bends the light back and forth, making the star seem to shift position and brightness. It's like looking at a coin at the bottom of a swimming pool. How many did you get right? Are you a science legend or a classroom rookie? Let us know your score in the comments below. If you enjoyed unlearning these myths, hit that like button and subscribe to Learn As You Quiz to get smarter every single day. See you in the next one.